So good morning students. See in the last three previous classes, lecture 1, lecture 2, lecture 3, right? We have started a structure of atom where we have discussed discovery of electrons, okay? Then discovery of protons, discovery of neutrons. Then next I told you characteristics of fundamental particles of an atom, okay? Then we have learned what is atomic number, what is atomic mass, how they are related, how to calculate number of neutrons in an element, okay? And also isotopes, isobars, isotones, okay? Isoelectronic ions, right? Then isostars and isodiaspheres, what we discussed yesterday. And also I started with the structure of atom. To explain structure of atom, models, various models have been put forward. I discussed with you Thomson model of an atom. According to Thomson model, atom is the sphere of uniform positive charges in which negatively charged electrons are embedded. And it is compared to Plum-Pudding model with resins. Plum-Pudding model with resins. Or it is also called as watermelon model. It is compared to watermelon model, or it is just as I told you, it is also called raisin model. Okay, but theory was meant to explain anything about stability of atom, right? Stability of the atom. Now, next I told you in the year 1911, Ernest Rutherford, okay, has conducted famous alpha scattering experiment along with his research students Giger and Marsden, as I told you yesterday. Okay, for his famous alpha scattering experiment, Rutherford has chosen golden foil or gold foil. I told you why only gold foil is chosen, because one reason, gold is a noble metal, non-reactive metal, right? And also electrode potential E0 value, standard electrode potential of gold is very high, it is positive, so it's give high radiations. That's why high absorption capacity is used for this experiment. Okay, now next, what are the observations of this alpha scattering experiment before going to Rutherford model? I told you, when fast moving alpha particles, when they are passed through the nucleus of gold foil, some of the alpha rays, they travel in a straight line without hitting nucleus or without the deflection of nucleus, and some of the alpha rays, they reflected at some angle, and some of the alpha rays refracted at some angle, okay? And very few out of 100, 80 to 100 alpha particles, very few, 1 or 2, almost retrace their path at angle 180, showing that they are particle in the nature. Like this, 3 to 4 observations were made, and from the observations he has also given some conclusion. What is the conclusion? See, some of the rays they move in a straight line without hitting the nucleus. From this, what he has told? See, large empty space may be present inside the atom, and the volume of this nucleus is very small compared to volume of the atom. As I told you yesterday itself, atomic dimension is 10 raised to minus 10 meter. That is 1 angstroms. Whereas, and that is volume dimension. That is nuclear dimension is 10 raised to minus 15 meters. That is 1 per V. That's why very important for, I told you, Karnataka CET, right? Nuclear dimension 10 raised to minus 15 meter. Atomic dimension 10 raised to minus 10 meters. Please be this point to be noted, students. Okay, it is helpful for your Karnataka CET. Right. Then I told you, some of the rays reflected at some angle. Why? Due to light charges. Some of the rays refracted at some angle. Why? Due to unlike charges. And some of the rays almost retrace their path at 180. showing that they are particle in the nature. So based on all these, there is observations and conclusions. Okay. Now the scientist Ernest Rutherford has given Rutherford model of an atom. So let us today will continue with the Rutherford model of an atom. So what are the postulates of Rutherford model of an atom? Okay. Right. Let us first run postulates. Postulates of Rutherford model of an atom. So this Rutherford model of an atom is also called solar model. Okay, it is also called solar model of an atom. Rutherford model is also called solar model of an atom. Okay, that means after conducting alpha scattering experiment, Ernest Rutherford along with his research student, he has put forward or proposed Rutherford model of an atom, which is also called solar model of an atom. Okay, solar model of an atom. Now, what are the postulates? In a very intelligent way, in a very wise way, right? He has given the postulate. What are the postulates? Simple postulates. I will give it in a very simple manner, okay? Because in NCERT book, it is they are very hard to understand. That I will simplify it and give in a very easiest language. What are those? First, number one. According to him, an atom has central nucleus. An atom has central nucleus. First postulate. Second postulate. Central nucleus is positively charged. Central nucleus is positively charged. Central nucleus is positively charged. Okay. And third one, electrons are far away. Electrons are far away from the nucleus. Electrons are far away from the nucleus. Okay. Then fourth one. The entire mass of atom. The entire mass of atom is concentrated in the nucleus. Right? Then fifth. In an atom, total number of positive charges is equal to total number of negative charges. Total number of negative charges. Hence, as a whole, atom is electrically neutral. Okay, he has told in the fifth one regarding electroneutrality. Then sixth postulates. The value of nucleus The volume of nucleus, that is 10 raised to minus 15 meters, is very small compared to the volume of an atom. Okay, it is 10 raised to minus 10 meters, which is 140. 10 raised to minus 10, 15 meters, and it is 10 raised to minus 10 meters. Right? This was the 6th postulate. And 7th postulate, what has done is 7th postulate. Electrons revolve around the nucleus in extremely high speed. Okay, these are the postulates on which Rutherford model of an atom is based. Okay, right. See, why it is called a solar model of an atom? Why it is also called solar model? Because here, according to Rutherford, right? Please remember, an atom has central nucleus, and central nucleus is positively charged, but it is surrounded by planetary electrons. That's why electrons are far away from the nucleus. Why it is called solar model? Because electrons are revolving around the nucleus. How the planets are revolving around the sun. Here, nucleus is considered as the sun, and electrons are considered as planets. Okay, that's why it is called solar model of an atom. Right? So that's why we will tell an atom has central nucleus, and central nucleus is surrounded by planetary electrons. That's why this is called solar model of an atom. See, first, second, third are very easy to remember. Then fourth one, the entire mass of atom is concentrated in the nucleus. Why? Because in the nucleus what are present? Protons and neutrons. Already I told you, total number of protons and neutrons in an atom is nucleus or in an atom is referred to as atomic mass or mass number. That's why. Fourth one. Now the fifth in an atom, total number of positive charges is equal to total number of negative charges. Hence, as a whole, atom is electrically neutral. Now electrically neutral. Total number of positive charges ಮತ್ತು total number of negative charge equal ಇದ್ದೇ ಇರ್ತವೆ. That's why it becomes stable. ಅಂದರೆ indirectly ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ? Try to convince you or tell you about what stability of atom. Okay, in a very wise way or in a very intelligent way we can. Then, I told you some of the rays they move forward without hitting nucleus. Why? Because volume of nucleus is 1 Fermi, 10 raised to minus 15 meter, or this can also be asked for CET, 10 raised to minus 13 centimeters. Please try to remember this. This is once again for CET purpose. They will ask you, right? Whereas atomic dimension is very small, 10 raised to minus 10 meter. It is nothing but 1 angstroms. 1 angstrom is equal to 10 raised to minus 10 meter, and this is called 1 Fermi. 1 Fermi, 10 raised to minus 15 meter, right? 10 raised to minus 10, 1 angstrom. In terms of centimeter, it is please try to remember 10 raised to minus 8 centimeter, and this is 10 raised to minus 13 centimeter, because 1 meter is 100 centimeters. Try to remember, student. That's why they will ask you for CET purpose this point to be noted in meters, centimeters. This is also atomic dimension in meters and centimeters. Right. By saying all this, lastly he has done one thing wrong. What is that wrong assumption he has done? See, according to him, electrons are revolved around the nucleus in extremely high high speed. Now, according to the principle of electrodynamics, physicists, okay, they are trying to criticize. If any object revolves around itself in a very extremely high speed, it has to lose energy, dissipate energy. ನೋಡಿ, ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ವಸ್ತು ತನ್ನಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ತಾನೇ ತನ್ನ ಸುತ್ತಲೂ ಗರ 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 ತಿರುಗಿದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಲಾಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ and they will become stable. Okay, that's why please try to remember, students, electrons, please, what is I'm telling you, they revolve around the nucleus in extremely high speed. If they revolve around the nucleus in extremely high speed, they should lose energy, dissipate energy and should become stable. Why? Because nucleus is positively charged, electrons are revolving around them, they are negatively charged. They should attract each other, but they are not attracting. See, electrons, they are far away from the nucleus, which is a very, very demerit of this Rutherford model of an atom. Right? So once again I will go in depth explanation, but before that once again I will repeat all the postulates. This is important, especially for 2 marks. If they ask you, write the postulates of Rutherford model of an atom for theory for 2 marks, then you have to write at least here 2 postulates, more than enough. 2, better if you write 4. If it asks for 3 marks question, you have to write all the 7 postulates. Okay, so because in NCERT textbook they are giving you only 4 that have been split into, made into easier in the terms of 7 postulates. Okay, right. ನೋಡಿ, NCERT book ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಹಳ ಹಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾನೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಆಗಿ 7 postulate ಆಗಿ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇನೆ. Right, please try to remember, especially Kannada medium students. Okay, for humanities. Right. So students, once again and repeat. So what are the postulates of Rutherford model, students? An atom has central nucleus. Central nucleus is positively charged. Electrons are far away from the nucleus. An entire mass of atom is concentrated in the nucleus. In an atom, total number of positive charges is equal to total number of negative charges. Hence, as a whole, atom is electrically neutral. And volume of nucleus is very small compared to volume of atom. See, value, that is dimension of nucleus is 10 raised to minus 15 meter, that is 1 per mean, or 10 raised to minus 13 centimeters. Whereas for atom it is 10 raised to minus 10 meter or 10 raised to minus 8 centimeters. Right? Okay, ನೋಡಿ ಇದನ್ನು CET ಅಲ್ಲಿ once again repeat ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. CET ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು per meters ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು ಅಥವಾ centimeters ಅಲ್ಲಿ values ಕೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. Right? Okay, so that's about 6th one. And 7th postulate, what he has done wrong, students, that is electrons revolve around the nucleus in extremely high speed. By saying this, he has made one wrong assumption and also very big demerit of this what we call as Rutherford model of an atom. Okay, right. Now, after completing these postulates, students, now let's switch on to. ನೋಡಿ, ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಇದರ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಥ್ರೂ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್. ಥರ್ಡ್ ಪಾಸ್ಟುಲೇಟ್ ಏನಪ್ಪ ನೋಡಿ, ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ನೋಡಿ ಈ ತರ ಇದೆ. ರೈಟ್, ನೋಡಿ ಇದು ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ and electrons, these are okay, new electrons ಇದೆ, ಹೌದಾ? ನೋಡಿ electrons ಇದೆ negatively charged, nucleus positive. ಈ electrons ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇವೆ? ಗರ 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 ನಮ್ಮ ಸುತ್ತಲೂ ಸುತ್ತಾ ಇವೆ. ಓಕೆ, ನೋಡಿ ಗರ 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 ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಸರ 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 ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ರೈಟ್, ಆ ತರ ಸರ 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 ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಕಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬೀಳ್ತೀವಿ. ನೋಡಿ ಲಿಪಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಇದೆ, you rotate yourself very fastly, right? After maximum 1 minute you will fall. Why? Because you lose energy like that here. And another thing, the electrons are negatively charged and it is nucleus is positive. They should attract each other, but they are not attracting. See how in the nature they are keeping that force of attraction between the positively charged nucleus and the negatively charged electrons is balanced by what? Which force? Gravitational force. Now in gravitational force it is specifically centrifugal force. Centrifugal force is acting away from the center of nucleus. Okay, that centrifugal force prevents what? Prevents the electrostatic force of attraction between the nucleus and the planetary electrons. Okay, that's why this explanation was not given by Rutherford model. So this is one of the main drawback, main limitation, or you can take main disadvantage of the Rutherford model of an atom. Okay, so Rutherford model has done one mistake. Even though he has successful in explaining structure of atom, but he was failed in explaining also once again stability of atom. Guru kuda failed. Right? Okay. Right. Now, what are other demerits of this Rutherford model of atom? Now I tell you our postulates. With the postulates now we can have demerits. What are the demerits of Rutherford model of an atom? Athava disadvantages. Disadvantages, or you can also call it as disadvantages, demerits, or you can also call it as limitations. For 2 months. Demerits andru onde, disadvantages andru onde, limitations andru onde, right? Now what are the demerits or disadvantages or limitations of this Rutherford model of an atom? First one, the model tends to explain about stability of an atom by what? By postulating that electrons revolve around the nucleus in extremely high speed. Extremely high speed. Okay, second, the model also fails to explain about the arrangement of electrons. The arrangement of electrons around the planet. Okay? Arrangement of electrons around the atoms. And also cannot not even a particular reason it is called electronic structure of atom. Electronic structure, right? It also cannot explain the formation of line spectra. Line spectra of an element. are the three demerits of Rutherford model of an atom. ನೋಡೋದು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತೂ ಡಿಮೆರಿಟ್ ಸ್ಟೆಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿಲ್ಲ. ಹೇಗೆ ಏನಂತ ನೋಡೋದು, ಬೈ ಸೇಯಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ electrons revolve around the nucleus at extremely high speed. High speed ಆದರೆ loose energy becomes stable. ಹಾಗೇನಾದರೂ ಆದರೆ if electrons would have been attracted by the nucleus, the whole atom as a whole been destroyed. ನೋಡಿ, ಭೂಮಿ ಮೇಲೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ತರ ಮ್ಯಾಟರೇ ಇರ್ತಿದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ, ನಾವು ನೀವು ಎಲ್ಲ ಯಾರು ಇರ್ತಿದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ. ಆ ತರ ಏನಾದರೂ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಆಟಮ್ as a whole completely been destroyed. Okay, that's why very important demerit of the Rutherford model. But the next arrangement of electrons around the atom, which is nothing but electronic configuration or electronic structure of atom. And when electrons revolve around the nucleus in circular orbits, elliptical orbits, the spectra should be continuous. Continuous ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು, ಬಟ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. when it is observed practically, it is a light spectra, formation of light spectra by the elements. So these are the two to three limitations of Rutherford model of an atom. Okay, so here also this theory was also disproved. Why? Because it also unable to explain about main important what we need, stability of an atom. Okay, ಒಂದು ಯಾವುದೆಲ್ಲ ಪರಮಾಣುವಿನ ಸ್ಥಿರತೆ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇದೂ ಫೇಲ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ ಫೇಲ್. ಓಕೆ, ರೈಟ್. ನೋಡಿ, these are the postulates and demerits of Rutherford model of an atom. What are the postulates? I'll repeat once again, students. An atom has central nucleus. Central nucleus is positively charged and electrons are far away from the nucleus. In an atom, total number of positive charges and negative charges are equal. As a whole, atom is electrically neutral. Okay, and the entire mass of atom is concentrated in the nucleus, and the volume of the nucleus is very small compared to the volume of atom, and electrons, they are revolving around the nucleus in extremely high speed. Okay, then what are the demerits? The model fails to explain about stability by saying that electrons revolve around the nucleus in extremely high speed. Then model also fails to explain about what the arrangement of electrons around the atom. Okay, and also cannot explain formation of line spectra by the elements. To overcome these limitations, next in the year 1932, right? Okay, 1932, Niels Bohr has tried to overcome these limitations of Rutherford model of an atom. Okay, now let us before going to Niels Bohr or Bohr's model of an atom, we should understand some more points which is very much related to before going to Bohr's model of an atom. We have to understand them. Not only some terms ಇದೆ, ಆ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮುಂದೆ ಬೋರ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡೆಲ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ರೈಟ್. So that's about Thomson model and Rutherford model of an atom. ನೋಡಿ, ಥಿಯರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇದನ್ನು 2 ರಿಂದ 3 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಪಾಸ್ಟುಲೇಟ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಡಿಮೆರಿಟ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, it will be asked for 2 marks. Okay, now next part is ನೋಡಿ ಒಂದು ಸಾರಿ ಮೆರಿಟ್ಸ್ and demerits ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ now let us move on to the next part of this lecture 4, after understanding, right, the models of the. Now let us we will move on to next part, regarding wave nature of light or electromagnetic radiation. For the next technical wave nature of light, which is nothing but electromagnetic radiation. Electromagnetic radiation. Okay. Right. Notably, according to D. Broglie, electron is dual in nature. Electron is dual in nature. Dual, D-U-A-L, dual in nature andre it should show dual character andre ಎರಡು character ತೋರಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಹೇಗೆಂದ್ರೆ it travels like a wave and is particle in nature. ನೋಡಿ, how light travels like a wave, same electron also travels like a wave and is particle in the nature. So those especially ನೋಡಿ wave nature ಅಂದ್ರೆ radiation. What is radiation? Radiation is a form of energy and this energy is propagated in the form of waves. So what is a wave? Wave is some kind of disturbance produced in the medium. Okay, wave is a kind of disturbance produced in the medium and is characterized by generally, according to Max Planck, the electromagnetic waves like UV rays, okay, X-rays, gamma rays, visible rays, radio waves. These are different kinds of electromagnetic radiations or waves. They are characterized by basically the wave properties. What are these wave properties? Notice there, number 1, the wavelength, that is gamma. Okay, second, wave frequency mu. The next number, wave velocity, basically wave velocity, right? Wave frequency, wavelength, wave frequency, wave velocity, which is nothing but capital C. But before going to this, what is wave? Wave is a one kind of disturbance or perturbance produced in a medium. Now the wave again है because electron travels like a wave and is particle in the nature. Like that, light is also dual in nature. It travels like a wave and is particle in the nature. Now अदन देखो बेटा, just with the help of diagram you can easily understand. Now again. The maximum upward displacement of a wave is called crest. Okay, and maximum downward displacement of the wave is called trough. What is that? Crest. Okay, and this is called trough. Now the distance between two consecutive crest and trough is nothing but wavelength. This is now wavelength. Okay. Now, first before that, what is crest? The maximum upward displacement of a wave is called crest. What is trough? The maximum downward displacement of a wave is called trough. Okay. Either maximum upward displacement or maximum downward displacement of a wave gives us what? Amplitude. Okay, that is capital A. First, what is wavelength? Wavelength is the distance between two consecutive adjacent crest or trough. Then the distance between two consecutive, two adjacent crest or trough is called wavelength. And it is denoted by lambda. Symbolical representation is lambda. And its unit is expressed in meters or centimeters or angstroms or nanometers. So the meter, centimeter, meter is common SI system. seriously centimeter, but angstrom the very small ಇದ್ದಾಗ nanometer 10 raised to minus 9 meter, angstrom 10 raised to minus 10 meters. ನೋಡಿ heavier quantity ಇವಾಗ ಇದು ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ಸ್, very less in 10 raised to minus 9, that is nanometer, 10 raised to minus 10 angstroms. Okay, right, that is wave length. Okay, then what is the wave frequency? Sorry, the number of waves, the number of waves passing through a given point in 1 second. In 1 second is called wave frequency. Okay, now it is denoted by nu. ಇದಕ್ಕೇನಂತಾರೆ nu, nu. Okay, nu ಅಂತ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಟು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ಈಸ್ ಇದೇನೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಸೈಕಲ್ಸ್ ಪರ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಆರ್ hertz, HERTZ, hertz. Cycles per second or hertz is the unit of wave frequency. ನೋಡಿ wave frequency ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, the number of waves passing through a given point in 1 second. ನೋಡಿ ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇದೆ, ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಈ ವೇವ್ಸ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾವಲ್ಲ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಹಾಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತವೆ, that will give you wave frequency. ನೋಡಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಜನರಲಿ ಸೈಕಲ್ಸ್ ಪರ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಅಥವಾ ಹರ್ಟ್ಸ್. ಒಂದು ಸೈಕಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಒಂದು ಕ್ರಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು ಟ್ರಫ್ will complete one cycle, ಹೀಗೆ, right? Okay, then what is a wave velocity? C. ನೋಡಿ wave velocity ಅಂದ್ರೆ the distance traveled by, the distance traveled by a wave in 1 second. Okay, so the difference, the distance traveled by a wave in 1 second is called wave velocity. It is a c velocity ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, c. ನೋಡಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, these electromagnetic waves do not need any medium for their propagation. Okay, even they travel in vacuum with the speed of light. What is the speed of light in vacuum? The speed of light in vacuum, it is of the order 3 into 10 raised to 8 meters per second. Okay, and all electromagnetic waves travel in the vacuum without any medium. Okay, they will propagate with the velocity of speed of light, that is 3 into 10 raised to 8 meters per second. That's why we need to express wave velocity is meters per second. Now these are the very basic 3 properties of a wave. Wave is characterized by wavelength, wave frequency, and wave velocity. Maximum upward displacement of the wave is called crest. Maximum downward displacement of the wave is called trough. Then that either the maximum upward displacement or maximum downward displacement of the wave, now in the way amplitude. Okay, that is denoted as what, E. Okay, lastly I will try to complete okay, now ಏನಂತಾರೆ next, amplitude. What is amplitude? Amplitude is nothing but, now amplitude is denoted as A. The maximum upward or maximum downward displacement of the is called amplitude. What is the significance of amplitude? What is the significance of amplitude? Significance of amplitude. Amplitude measures, very important. Amplitude measures the brightness of waves. Okay, brightness of electromagnetic waves. So like this, we have now we are entered into what? Electromagnetic radiation or radiation energy, which is a form of energy. That means as light is dual in nature, it travels like a wave and is particle in nature. The wave is characterized by basically wavelength, wave frequency and wave velocity, and also amplitude. What the amplitude gives us, students? It will give either maximum upward displacement or downward displacement of the wave. It's called amplitude. And the significance of amplitude will, by studying by measuring that, what will get? Will get brightness. What is the brightness of electromagnetic radiation, like UV rays, gamma rays, okay, visible rays, infrared rays, all these are electromagnetic waves. Right. So that's about the wave nature of light. And lastly, one thing I will try to complete. Okay, that is, what is a wave number? Lastly, wave number. What is wave number? Wave number is just nothing but, wave number is nothing but mu bar. What is mu bar? Mu bar is 1 by lambda. See, this is the reciprocal of wavelengths. The reciprocal of wavelength is called wave number. Okay? Again, number of wavelengths per unit length. Number of wavelengths per unit length. Okay, is called a wave number, and it is also defined as reciprocal of wavelength. Right. So, unit of wave number depends upon the unit of the wavelength. If the wavelength is expressed in meter, it is per meter. Nanometer per nanometer. Angstroms per angstroms. Like this. It is lastly wave number. That is, what is wave number? It is the number of wavelengths per unit length of that particular medium. Okay. So this is all about the electromagnetic waves. They are characterized by basically wavelength, wave velocity, okay, then wave frequency, then students, lastly wave number. Apart from that, amplitude also. What is wavelength? The distance between two conjugate crest or trough or adjacent crest or trough is called wavelength, which is expressed in meters. What is wave frequency? Number of waves passing through a given point in 1 second is called wave frequency. Cycles per second or hertz. What is wave velocity? Distance traveled by the wave in 1 second. Okay, all electromagnetic waves, the traveling by the speed of velocity of light 3 into 10 raised to 8 meters per second. Okay, unit is meters per second. And what is amplitude? The maximum upward or maximum downward displacement of wave is called amplitude. Okay, which will gives us what? The brightness of electromagnetic waves or electromagnetic radiations. And lastly, what is wave number? Number of wavelengths per unit length or reciprocal of wavelength is called wave number. So students, today we will stop this class here only. That means today I have covered you very important model. Rutherford model of an atom, its postulates, okay, its demerits, right? Then lastly, just I covered you entering into radiation form of energy, that is electromagnetic waves or wave nature of light. They were discussed this wavelength, wave frequency, wave velocity, right? Then amplitude and wave number. Right. Today we will stop here. So in tomorrow's class we will continue with very importantly what are these electromagnetic radiation, their properties, black body radiation and photoelectric effect. Okay. So thank you students. Once again, thank you.